Well, good morning and welcome to Fishing with CJ. And it's a man alone with a dog out at sea. Let's have a look at Bertie. Let's hope he's going to behave himself a bit better this time. And we are just about to leave the harbour. So I think everything's set up and ready to go. So I'll put the camera on and film our departure. I might film the disaster that is me leaving, but should be all right. New Haven Radio, CJ over. Yeah, good morning to you. Am I clear to leave the harbour, ma'am?
Yes, you're clear to exit.
Thank you very much. It's a little bit lumpy out here today, I must admit. Just a little bit. It's quite a big swell going through, but it's a nice big rolling swell. It's not a choppy, sloppy, horrible thing. He's in his bed. Let's hope he's going to behave himself today, not be too noisy. Right, well, we've made it to where we were going. I don't know if this microphone's working. Microphone working. Says it's working. Yeah, so we made it where we're going. We're out on a wreck. Yeah, it's not bad out here. Wish the sun was shining, but I don't think that's going to do that now. It's going to build up and grill up and then start raining. We're going to have a few drifts. It's virtually slack water now. Drop small baits down, see if we can't catch some bream. So that's what we're going to be doing. So let's see how we get on with that. Just got to manoeuvre the boat to get us back over the wreck again. So we're drifting back towards the wreck. So it's very slow drift at the moment because it's virtually slack water. But we are drifting in the right direction to drop the anchor. So maybe we'll have a couple of drifts like this and then we'll think about dropping the anchor. We won't be able to sit at anchor for very long because the tide is going to pick up to be quite big. wreckage is just starting to come up, I think. Bertie, you have to shut the door on if you're going to make a noise. Shush! Oh, got fish on. Fish on. Fish on. Bet it's a pouting. I bet it's a pouting. Put money on it being a pouting. Well, I don't know, it's fighting well still. But then this little light rod, it puts a bend, anything puts a bend in this rod, to be truthful. I'm afraid you're going to be shutting, because I had too many complaints from people from the video about the noise the dog was making on my last video. So I'm afraid he's going to get secluded in the cabin. Is it a conger bait or is this dinner? It's not a big dinner if it is dinner. What we got? Oh, conger bait! Thought that might be the case. We're still over wreckage? I think we're still over the... Oh yeah, we're still over the wreck. Nice slow drifts. Fish showing up above the wreck as well. I think that's off the back of the wreck now. Another little fish on, I think. More conger bait maybe. Whatever it is, we'll stay up and we'll go around again. Make the most of these nice lovely slow drifts. I don't know if there's anything on there or not actually. Just wob my bait maybe. Yeah, nothing, but there was something tugged at that bait there, isn't it? Twisted it round on the hook. Put a fresh bit on. Put a fresh bait on, and then that tied. Let's go round again. that a bite then? Can't see any sign of birds working, so perhaps the tuna have moved off. I think we'll, once we do this drift, and then I think we're going to drop the anchor. Because we're drifting fairly consistently on the tide now. Just about coming up to the wreck now. Don't know if I had a bite then or not, but might have had my bait robbed. Something tugging on the way up. I think a mackerel on the way up. On the way down maybe. Certainly doesn't feel like a bream anyway. Whoop. Pouting, I think. More conger bait. So get this up, get it baited and get back down again before we get like, fully over the wreck. There we go. Another conger bait. Get this down quick. Wreckage just starting to show. Come on, untangle. Untangle, untangle, untangle. Haven't got time to mess about. Ah, bait dropped off. Right, wreckage underneath us now. Actually, just coming off the back of it. I missed the prime spot. Surprised we're not getting any bream. Maybe the bream have moved on. We'll put the underwater camera down when we drop the anchor, and we'll see if there's any bream on there. We will put bream rigs down at anchor. That's it, we're off the wreck now, so we'll wind this up and we'll drop the anchor. Right, anchor's down. We're not hanging on the anchor particularly well at the moment, but we are getting there. I'll put the bream bait down. You can keep an eye on that rod for me because I'm going to tackle up squid jig as well, see how that goes, and then we'll think about some conger baits as well. So, and the kettle on. Not necessarily all in that order. So breamy baits down first. Yeah, we look like we're hanging the right position for the wreck anyway. Gonna have to shut the dog in the cabin again if he's going to start whining. So that's the breamy baits down. Keep an eye on this rod for me, please. Right, squid jigs. Right, so we've got the squid jigs on this one. Just going to bounce it on the bottom. Just going to have it so it's just going ka-dunk on the bottom. And again, you keep an eye on it for me. Tell me if I get any bites. Got a new underwater camera to try out, which is actually quite small and light. So I might put it onto one of the hooks on the bream jig, just to see if we have got any bream activity down there. Let's get a conger rig down. So we've got a conger rod down on there. We've got a squid rod down there, and I've just been feeding this rod back because, to be honest, the weight's a little bit light now. And as soon as it hit the bottom, I had a good jiggly bite. So it's either more conger bait, which we need, or it's a bream. It's not fighting like a bream on the way up, however. So I suspect possibly conger bait, but it's all right. Get a few more conger baits in the tub. Good. And it was a rattly bite. I'll give it that. Did feel like a bream bite, but it's not jiggling on the way up. Normally they give you a few little tugs on the way up. What we got? Yeah, we've got conger baits. Yeah, baby. Nice little conger bait. Getting that baited up again. I thought I saw the conger rod going then at the corner of my eye. You might have seen that. I mean, I don't know. You can leave a comment if I missed a bite, missed a little knock. Could be. Could just be the lead bouncing back. as the tide picks up. Let's make sure this squid jigs are on the bottom. It's kited up, isn't it? Quite a way. Right, put the camera back on when something happens. I think in the meantime, I'm going to put the kettle on. Cup of tea before it starts getting busy. I think this little bream rig needs a heavier lead on it now. It's a long way down tide. Put 10 ounce on it maybe. Let the squid jig out a bit more, because that's kiting up. Bottom now. By the conger rig, is that? And he's still on the bottom. It's got quite a tidy lead on it actually. Let's find myself a 10 ounce lead for the bream rod. I tried putting this new underwater camera down here, see how it goes. Just with a little bait. Just see if there is any bream down there. So we'll sort that out in a minute. Unfortunately, a combination of cloudy skies, low sun and cloudy water means there wasn't a great deal of light down at the bottom. So unfortunately the underwater footage wasn't great. On the camera rod, but I think this might be conger bait, certainly not a bream. Again, interesting if it's on the camera. Ooh. Heavy. I'm bringing one of my rods up. I'm bringing up the. I might be bringing up the squid jigs. I think I might be bringing up the squid jigs. Don't know. It is conger bait. Yeah, baby. Conger bait and a rock. Conger bait and a rock. Shut up. The dog is definitely an enthusiastic fishing dog. Nice conger bait. And a nice rock. Ugh. Rock salmon. Roxanne. Still filming? Anchor alarm, anchor alarm. Keep an eye on that. I think we might have to lift the anchor very soon. Right, hit the bottom into another fish. Could be a bream actually. Ooh. Sadly, at this time, my camera on the boat decided to stop filming, so I don't actually film this fish coming into the boat other than with the underwater camera. The sound you can hear is actually the sound of the line as it passes through my rod rings, and the noise transfers down the line. But it does sound like the fish is crying. I can assure you that that isn't so. Target species achieved, and it's coming home for dinner. Another pout in, this time on the upper hook, not on the Western camera hook. So here's the new Western camera, the Explore. Lovely camera, really good. Let's hope we get some good underwater footage. I'm going to have to lift the anchor because my anchor is dragging. So we need to get all these in and sort that out. And I think I've got an eel on that rod. Oh, there was something on there, it come off. Yeah, there was something hanging on to that. There's a conger eel on there, definitely. And he's lobbed the bait. But unfortunately, we've got a dragging anchor, and what I don't want to do is drag my anchor into the wreck, because then it makes an expense for an expensive day. Yeah, arm's going off. Oh. Well, I knew it was going to be a very, very narrow window between the tide and the weather. They're quite big tides today, too big to be really anchoring wrecks, and it was proved. I stayed on the anchor until I started dragging it, and it's time to go. So we've got some weather coming. Wind is scheduled to pick up, and we've got some rain already raining now. So we'll try and get back in and get on our mooring before it starts chucking it down. Thanks very much for joining us. You know, it wasn't planned session. I woke up this morning and looked out the window and went, oh, it's actually not very windy. Looked at the forecast and thought, well, I'll maybe get 2 or 3 hours, and I've got 2 or 3 hours. So fantastic. So we're going to head back in now. Just got one more rod to pull in, get that tide of the day, and we'll head back. Thanks very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep your eye open for more videos. I've also got a TikTok channel now, so I've been putting stuff out on TikTok and on Instagram. So have a look out for those as well. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. It does mean a lot to me. And it really helps the channel if you have subscribed. Leave me a comment, we'll have a chat. Got plenty of good ideas and good plans coming along. I've got a new studio now, so we're going to start doing some, tackle creation and knocks and stuff like that, I think. And maybe do some lives, get a few guests in and sit and have a chat live. So got the means to do it. So in the meantime, keep safe, keep sane, keep fishing, and we'll see you on the next one. See you soon. The next video will be on the beach, so I'll see you there.